Peace, prosperity, and abundance. Peace, prosperity, and abundance. Welcome back, Earth Goddess Gang. I know it's been a week. It's been an interesting week to say the least. And if you are new, welcome to Earth Goddess TV. On this channel, basically, we talk about basic astrology and spirituality. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and welcome to the gang. Family, I know it's been about a week. The girl was a little bit under the weather, so I just had to rest up a little bit and get my energy up to par. But I do not like to do videos if I feel like my energy is low in any type of way. So I wanted to make sure I gave you all my best before I got on camera. So now that everything is all good, we can go back and finish the rest of the Aquarius series through the houses. And I'm going to go ahead and pull an intuitive message before we get started. And if you have any interest in any handcrafted candles, make sure you hit my Instagram on earthgoddess_candles on IG. And I'll answer any questions you have about any scents that I have available. So one did fall out, family. So I'm going to go ahead and read this intuitive message. Okay. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where they begin. Today's soul action. When we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. And if you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. Already, when I say this is on point, no matter in every area of your life, there should always be some type of boundaries. And boundaries, when people hear the word boundaries, some people look at it as a negative thing, and boundaries aren't negative, just based on the type of world that we live in, and to make sure that your energy is not being misused in any way. Boundaries are important. This is why you create boundaries, so that you can have balance and peace within yourself and the things within your outside world. So boundaries are number one. Boundaries are important. So you have to create boundaries, and anyone who's not, necessarily understanding of those boundaries, then you probably may need to reconsider that relationship as well. So I don't know who needed to hear that message, but whoever needs to hear that, make sure that you create boundaries in whatever area in life that you feel that you may need to create those boundaries. And without further ado, family, let's hop right into it. So we're going to finish the Aquarius through the houses series. Today we're going to talk about the Aquarius in the third house. And as we know, family, the third house is all about communication, your intellect, but not just your communication and intellect, but also your perception of basically your environment, the things around you. Now, that can be also communication with your environment as well. It can be like your siblings, if you have siblings, maybe authority figures as far as in your parents, teachers, counselors, aunts, uncles, bus drivers. You all get the drift. So with Aquarius being here, this is a unique placement because, again, Aquarius is all about basically being unique, kind of freedom, a little rebellion. Even though it does have the humanitarian spirit, Aquarius likes to do things in the Aquarian way without any restrictions. So when you think of Aquarius being here in the third house, we can go ahead, and this also definitely represents the house of short distance travels. I can speak from experience just dealing with some Aquariuses in the third house. They're always willing to be on the go, whether it's driving across town, taking a bus, taking a taxi, taking a cab, taking an Uber, whatever you name it, they're always on the go. So I can definitely see that with the third house placement in Aquarius here. So within that short distance travel, they're also able to run across many different types of people from many different walks of life. So therefore, you do see a lot of Aquariuses with this placement who know different people from different walks of life, but they also are able to just communicate with different types of people as well. So also, when I think about, Aquarius being here when it comes to like communication, yeah, so just communication with Aquarius, depending on, I guess maybe the siblings and the parents and how they're able to receive the Aquarian child with a placement here. The Aquarian child could possibly challenge, the parents as far as maybe rules they may set, or they'll be the type of kid to always ask why. They'll always have like basically question authority or question the rules of what is set out to basically not be questioned. Aquarius will basically shatter this all day, every day. So I can definitely see Aquarius is possibly having maybe communication difficulties with maybe their siblings as well, because again, Aquarius likes to be unique in all things that they do. So they may say things that may rub others the wrong way, or things that may be kind of quirky, outlandish, or basically they're just going to go against the grain. Like if you tell them one thing, they're probably going to do the opposite, just to prove you wrong and say, okay, well, this is another way that this can be done. So this is definitely Aquarius third house energy here. And it also leads me to think about basically here how they think, their intellectual abilities. Now with Aquarius here, they're able to think of many different ways to get something done. And I do admire that about Aquarius here in the third house, because say if you're in a group with practical thinkers and you throw an Aquarius here, they can bring basically a different way of either completing a project or looking at how to get the project done to the group. So that's very, good when it comes to the Aquarius being aspected here in the third house. Now, on a negative end, depending on, if the Aquarius is highly intellectual, they can be definitely overly confident, within their communication as far as in, their intellect, because, they're confident about what they know. So they'll definitely have no hesitation expressing that. Now, depending on what else is aspected in the chart, they may not, be like arrogant, or things of that nature, but it is a possibility with Aquarius being here. Also, with now that I think about Aquariuses, I did reach to talk about the home base where they may have issues with parents or siblings, anything like that. Also, too, what I noticed with Aquarius here in the third house, when you're talking about like relationships, maybe say with the peer groups and outside, depending on, I know when it comes to like groups of friends and stuff like that, but that's more so the 11th house. Aquarius could be a little bit more bossy over their friendship groups, because they want to be a leader, and the Aquarian energy is very independent, very free thinking, just basically, I want to do things the way I want to do it, and just allow me to do that. So also what I can say about Aquarius here with the third house, let's see, they're constantly also too, what I notice when it comes to like communication and things like that, technology, they use technology a lot as well, whether it be like selfies, say TikTok, FaceTiming, or whatever. Aquarius is definitely known to utilize the technology with no issue. This is most Aquarius I know, they love technology. They love the internet, whether they're on the internet personally, or they're taking pictures, or they're teaching, whatever capacity. Aquarius likes the technology. So that completes my series for the Aquarius and the third house families. Make sure you stay through my Aquarius through the rest of the series, and I will see you all on the next video.